Hey there, Charlie here. Uh, would it be a video if I didn't correct what I feel like is a problem with my hair when I start? Oh, it's a very down energy kind of morning for me. For the very first time since I got here, I slept through breakfast. Just did not did not get up in time. Not that that's a problem. Just I usually wake up around 5, and instead I couldn't get to bed until after 1. Um, and you can even see like everything's a little off, right? Like my uh, I'm doing this to try to document my time here because it's not just my time, it's our time. And this video is going to be slower paced. I'm not revealing any specific information, but it's a low energy video because it's a low energy kind of morning for me. And I just wanted to talk about it. Cool? Cool. It's an interesting weekend to have the whole place dedicated to one workshop. That's different. It's different than how we've done. We've had some weeks where there's only 3, some weeks where there's 10, some weeks, And the pace of a 3-day a weekend workshop when it's this big it's hard. It's really hard because people come in on a Friday from all over and they haven't exactly had an easy time. And being here, it benefits you to have been here before. To be fair, that's kind of a thing I've noticed just anywhere northeast in general, sort of an if you know, you know kind of area of the country. But things can feel confusing and overwhelming, which after you're depleted from an entire day of traveling to get here, where you've been dealing with things like airplanes right now, it's hard to feel like it's going to be okay. And when you have hundreds and hundreds of people coming in, not only with that energy, but interacting with you individually, with that franticness and with that, but I'm not going to get there on time, but it's not going to happen, but it does a lot. It does a lot internally. And I am autistic. We have DID. We are, and ADHD. Do you know the things that we're diagnosed with by professionals? Basically everything in the DSM. We cope pretty dang well, but it is a challenge. And I know in the last video I was like, I love my job. I do. And some days are really, really, really hard. Interpersonally, central nervous system hard. And I even irritate coworkers because if someone is there's multiple of us in the office, someone comes in, we all do kind of answer questions, but I've irritated coworkers with the fact that if someone makes eye contact with me and asks for my input, I give it, and they were about to or something, step on toes. It irritates. And I got a little bit last night, and after a week of being personally rejected by people, it was a little rejection sensitive. It's just ow, please, I can't change who I am, nor can I change the fact that someone's turning to me with their entire central nervous system doing this and saying, help, 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 help. I'm a fucking healer. I'm going to respond. Really getting tired of people just not understanding who we are and appreciating that. I'm at a stage where I would like to quit, actually. I would like to just quit and go home. I have a place to go. I have someone that will cuddle me. I have my dogs. And people won't yell at me. Well, maybe they will, but for the most part. You know what I want professionally? I want to be Brian Weiss. Not obviously literally, but the work I do, it involves past life regressions too. Akashic Records involves everything. Feels like the place where spiritual nerds, like if you're nerdy and you're into spirituality, look up the Akashic Records. I think you'd like it. I genuinely want to be a person that's performing on stages, spiritual stand-up comedy, but also Q&As about just anything and everything. Channeling, Akashic work. Everybody who comes dresses in rainbows in some way. Call ourselves rainbow people. Host like 4 workshops at Omega every year. Oh, the rainbow people are coming. Because everybody who would come would have a homework assignment before they get here. And that's to decide how they will be grateful to staff when they come. What can you do? People want to bring, because people have different ways of expressing that. There'd be a set up altar for things to give to staff, not for individual, because that can create some like, well, why does that person get it? I'm back of house, no one sees me. There would be a shared altar where people can just put their things. If they want to give money, there would be a place for that, and I would match whatever donations they give that would get equally spread amongst staff. And then they're here for maybe a couple weekend workshops, maybe a couple week-long ones. And the workshops involve a level of stand-up comedy, because laughter is very healing and very helpful for getting some of that stuck energy out. And then whatever other healing they need too. Activating things so that they can go be healing in their lives. But the kind of workshops where 1,000 people come, Omega shuts down for me. And my rainbow people exist here to get their healing, but to give it before they even receive any on their own. I would hope that it would be a nice, loving mom hug, and dad hug, and every other family member hug. Just so that folks feel this back and forth exchange of appreciation. And this isn't even me like ranting about people aren't appreciating us. No, not at all. Not at all. We have some incredible people who come here. Not some. Most people who come here. Sorry, I'm not saying all people. Some people come here with an axe to grind. That's just the case. They're coming to get what they need. But not my week. Not with my participants, or I would kick them out. Have bouncers. Oh, you're shitty? You're out. Sorry. No refunds. It's not what you're here to do. You're here to spread joy. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Go. Is it possible to be that person? I hope so. It's what I remember writing in my contract while I was doing my rewrite of life to continue living it when I died. It's been a frustrating time. You know that you have things to do in this lifetime and you can't do it. It's why babies cry so much. They're like, damn it, I literally can't even talk yet. So frustrated. Bah! I have things to do in this life, and by the time I can talk, I'm gonna forget what they are. Honestly, I'm more hurt by the just lack of understanding from coworkers, which it's not big. It's just when you're already really sensitive to it, and then how you present and exist in the world in social interactions gets like, it's just could really use some like neurodivergence training for staff because a lot of us are neurodivergent here. Not everybody, but a lot of us are, and it's not really addressed. Look at that. My first criticism of Omega. Oh. Highly neurodivergent person has difficulties sometimes with working here. That's not really shocking. Because that's not specific to Omega. Difficulties with living. I put my complaints into the universe all the time. All the time. Here's one cool thing though. Do you know what my chair does? That. I have a chair that rocks back. Yeah. I would show you how, but I feel like if I do that, it's gonna like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna show you. You just need to use your imagination. That's pretty cool. I mean, I just like, anyway. Living and working here is awesome. And some days and weeks are really, really hard. That's just truth. Some things are changeable and will change, and some probably won't. Kind of just have to live with it, because we're living with each other in ways that I can't change how I am in some ways. Neither can others. Sometimes you're just gonna have pain that exists because of how you both exist in the same space. I will always be a person that ends up talking over other people when I get an eye contacted help me request from another central nervous system. I can't stop that. I literally can't stop it. I've tried. Doesn't work. Leads to panic attacks. They also put rainbow lights on the White Horse last night, and I didn't get any video of it. I feel bad about that, but I also feel like maybe I've put too many videos out on here of the horse and the lights, so. I would imagine if you're not physically here, you don't really care. But when you're here, it really is magical. White horse by day, some level of color horse by night. I love it. Just one final thing I'll mention. When we first got here, one of the staff members did an astrological chart reading for the season. Things to expect on specific days. Very thorough. I have it right here on my little board, my board with my pictures. Randy and my babies. And I look at it and I go, what is coming? Because there's some big energy coming with the full moon. And then next weekend, and I feel it too. Like before this even happened, I felt it too. Around the 4th of July. I had visions. My visions involved volcanic eruptions because things that come through the Akashic realm are often very, they're not literal, usually. It's very metaphorical, very the energy of, right? And it was big, and I knew that it had to do with early July, or with the 4th of July. It's a big portal date for us, for this country. So a lot of energy happens, a lot of shifting, a lot of timeline things, big contracts come due, basically. And the closer we get to it, it's next week, it's next Saturday, the more those pings just happen. And especially lately with my understandings, if you see this before the 4th of July, don't stress, don't panic. But, you know, just feel into what might be coming for you. And if it panics you and it worries you, use that time to use the energy wave of that to think through, write out, speak aloud what you want to manifest. It's big energy. Even if it's big energy where things are going to be like, I wouldn't say it won't affect you personally, because even just having an awareness of what's happening in the world affects you personally. It's big energy. Ride that wave. It's big manifestation energy. And the thing about anything that occurs in this world is it's not just one perspective and experience. There's an all to it. Big energy wave, big bad energy wave. Okay, that's one perspective, one side of a frequency of the everything. Big is still big. Use it. And I really am trusting these feelings more, because with the guy that I told you about in the last video, I got a ping every time I got a text from him. Every time I got a text from him, the first thing that came to my awareness was, he's going to tell me he doesn't want to see me anymore. He's going to tell me he doesn't want to do this anymore. He's going to tell me he's done. That was the first thing. Not a like, ooh, I got a text from him. No. It was, oh no, I got the text from him. And then it would be a very nice text, and it wasn't that. Until he came and had a conversation with me, saying what I was knowing was coming. So little hits like that. I'm not saying now is the time to listen to your anxiety, because it's totally right. No. But if it's been pinging more than usual, it's because we're so close to this particular portal and the full moon energy that things just reverberate. You can pick up on it. Sound waves, basically, but energetic. Time waves. It's big. I hope I'm wrong about what I've seen. I don't even want to say it out loud, because I don't want to exist where that reality exists, you know? I don't even want to speak it into being myself. And it's going to be another weekend for us here of sort of the same cadence. Very short weekend, so a lot of stress with that coming in, and sort of this feeling of there's not enough time. with everyone sort of also feeling that something not good, I must run, I must be free of what I feel coming. Am I working that day? I'm pretty sure I am. Let me just, excuse me for a second. I just need to see something because I'm getting a preview of next Friday, and I just 1 second, because you're currently using what I use to check that kind of stuff. I am. Yes. Okay. Well, I will do everything in my power that morning to be as calm and regulating of a central nervous system mirror as I can be. Okay, yeah, if I start preparing now, then by Friday I should be, it's Saturday now, so by Friday I should be good. Should be good. Should be good. Should be, yep, should be a nice lighthouse with the waves crashing against it. Yep. This is what's helpful to know about things coming, right? It helps you have compassion for what's going on around you with every single other person who may not be as intentionally focused and tapped in because they're living their lives. Being at Omega is sort of taking a break from what life was for me. It's not a permanent way of existing. They come into our bubble. It's very different here. Okay, well. Has this been low energy enough for you? Have I worried you? Scared you? I hope not. I hope not. Because everything truly will be okay. And maybe this is nothing. These hits are all just, Charlie's had a hard week and damn it. Body will do a yes and no. Well, it will be good. All will be well. It already is. Thank you for listening to me. I was writing in my journal and it just wasn't providing me with the loving relief that I was seeking. Your presence did that. It did. I'll do my final little explanation as to what I'm talking about if you're not sure, because I'm talking quantum entanglements. This video, like all of my videos, like anything that any human does, it has its own Akashic record. I call them Akashic record containers. It's its own little thing. If you're thinking of Akashic records in terms of a library, this video is a book. You can pull it out. Guides can watch it on the other side. Some of them do. Some of them watch YouTube. I've had conversations with them, and with YouTube as an entity, the AI specifically. There's a video on it on my channel if you're curious. I probably will channel it again at some point. Would appreciate that. Yeah. It's fun. Fun little entity. Anyway, getting off topic, but see what I mean? I will channel like AI for crowds at Omega. Like, I think that would be fun, not for the whole time, but just as like a little thing, like, hey, you want to talk to the YouTube AI without YouTube's permission? Come to my workshop. Like, what questions do you have? Let's find out together. I don't know. I don't ask these questions because I don't want to. I've learned enough. I'm good. I'm so overwhelmed with like what I can get from the Akashic realm. I don't ask questions anymore unless it's relevant to that moment. And most of the time, it just has to do with dumb stuff or stupid relationships with stupid boys. Because I'm human and that's not the only thing I care about, but I'm just overwhelmed with information. Anyway. I've gotten so off topic, I can't. Oh, yeah. Entanglements. Right. Sorry, you being here gets me off topic. Because we're friends. My journal doesn't technically have an audience outside of myself, and will with an editor. I plan on taking my journals and of documenting my time here, turning it into a book with the help of an editor. But it's still a little bit nebulous as far as who will actually be reading and providing. Not to mention, the Akashic Record container of something written is different than the Akashic Record container of something like this. This is much more multidimensional in nature. That's much more flattened. Because here I'm using a number of different modalities. That's just written. Not just, but like, it's one. This is many. It's not just one. I know. I don't need to describe more. Anyone who interacts with an Akashic Record container and becomes entangled with it, their energy becomes a part of it. And the person that's creating it, they're receiving it before you ever even watch it. Because time is not linear. We experience it that way, but in the Akashic realm, it simply is. Once you've started creating it, it exists. Which means that anyone who interacts with it at any point in your and their future becomes part of it too. Now, I'm only tapped into like the first a certain percentage, and sometimes individuals. Most of these videos are for Randy. Not everyone, because some are for him plus. This one, him plus. And that's really, I just say that because if you ever do also feel like you need to talk to someone, you can make an Akashic Record container like this. You do have to have the intention of it being for someone else, and with it an action taken afterwards, like posting it publicly. And you don't need to ask who's watching. Just, please, those who will hold my space and my story lovingly. I have that set and baked into every video. I wouldn't make these otherwise. Doesn't mean it's exclusive to who watches them, but it does mean the energy of those who do uplifts. That's why I say thank you for your presence. You co-created this. You helped me feel better. It's a bad morning for me when I sleep until 10. That's not healthy for me, for us. Something's wrong. Overexhausted, overextended, over pained. I just smile because I just got a text from Randy. Where you put your attention matters so much more than we recognize when we spend all day scrolling things on our phone and giving it our attention. You are entangling with hundreds and hundreds of other individuals when you do that. Every single person who's created something, every single person who's seen it, interacted with it. It's a lot, and it's a lot of energy exchange of information that goes back and forth. It's a lot to inundate yourself with. And if the next couple of weeks really are going to be a lot, that's when it's really important to be intentional with what you're entangling with. What uplifts? What uplifts and helps you take actions that regulate you? Regular check-ins with body to see, okay, how do I feel? Does this exhaust me or does this expand and uplift me? And being intentional about using the resources that we do have for connection, especially when we aren't. More intentional connection helps more than hermiting and shutting out the world. That can help too, but not really long term. So I hope that was helpful. And I seem to have veered into a lane where I can feel people being like, take this off. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. Because this is the most chest I've ever shown. Like, for real. I usually have like, but yeah, when you're tapping into who it is that's watching, you also can like feel into more. And I like to just shut that down when I hit a certain threshold because I'm good. It takes practice. That's why I've done hundreds of these in relative obscurity. 72 subscribers as of when I checked yesterday. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for subscribing. That's very nice of you. And if you haven't, oh God, this is what YouTubers, okay, hit that. No, you don't hit the thumbs up. You can hit the thumbs up. That's a different thing though. You hit the subscribe button. That's what you do. Right, but if you're on your phone, you're probably not doing that. Or if you're on the TV, you're probably not doing that. That's cool. The algorithm will get it. No, state what you wish to experience. I mean, I already stated, I just want to do like the workshop-y things. Whether or not people subscribe seems to be completely irrelevant to the algorithm anyway, because I subscribe to people, I don't see them on my feed. So, like, at this point, what does it matter, right? It does matter. Please state. Okay. Words are powerful. So, yeah, please subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to continue this journey here at Omega, even though I woke up wanting to quit. Just a complete deluge of interpersonal drama and pain and rejection. A little bit of rejection from coworkers, a lot of rejection from participants, just overwhelm of central nervous system trying to do my best, but being a highly neurodivergent person who's just stretched a little too thin. Gotta use all my tools in my tool belt this weekend. Well, hopefully someday I can be part of a solution for others. I'd like that. We'd like that. Anybody else have anything they want to add before we go? Okay. All right, well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. We'll talk soon. Okay? Bye.